Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well, tonight's video, very special treat. You see, didn't expect this one, but that long-awaited reunion with Gitane Demone, well, I'm pleased to say it happened. And well, we shot this video about 24 hours ago. We thought we'd give it a nice little proper introduction, and again, thank the people that helped make this happen, like Killjoe and Ms. Deathdollie and Gitane herself, and to a degree Rick Agnew. Wonderful people. I love them all. So the next bits of footage, well, we all strung it together, and I hope you enjoy. It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience, and I'm just so pleased. Enjoy. Hey everyone, we're about to see Gitane play. Check that out. Oh, I'm standing right next to her actually. But we'll get more to that later. We'll see you in a bit.
Dawn, oh so cold, so alone, on to move the stone and turn to in procession we made brother in the fire, gone to death's awful spring, to bring the sacred fire. Of the circle sisters sang, of the ashes of the blood of the rose, petals falling from our eyes. We receive its Eucharist, oh so beautiful and so fresh, ashes of our if the magic return birds after birds, a dark gift, a holy Father gone astray. Holy Father gone away. Holy Father, where have you gone? His tears filled her eyes. It's okay. Seraphic, bubonic, rose the light. And by your long fingers, followed by a drop of mine, the twins, sensitive song. Inside your book, a child found that wonder, made you the gift. And if you love her, it could have been her father. Together you walked in the woods, searching treasures. She gave you a leaf, a gem with a stone. You found a dead butterfly, a mushroom, a
Gitane Demone, the great legend, most beautiful woman I know. All right, yes. All right, we're going to say goodnight tonight, and we'll talk about this soon.
Yep.
All right, goodbye. Well, there you had it. We just concluded our show with Gitane, and I have to say, I am beside myself, being that we're healing a wound that's been festering for 28 years, and I couldn't be happier. We'll talk about this further. Well, what a night this has been. I gotta tell you, I am so fucking giddy and I'm beside myself. And what can I say? You know, that woman does take my breath away. She always has. She has always brought me joy. I mean, Gitane was, again, a unexpected friendship, a gift from Ross Williams. And it killed me to lose her in the wake of Ross's death. People came between us, took advantage of our grief and fucked everything up. She even said so tonight. But to see her, I mean, when we first arrived in that bar, and I didn't even recognize her because, you know, I'm not used to the black hair, and last time I saw her, she was platinum blonde, and, you know, and turns around, I'm looking at her, and she's looking at me, and my wife is like nudging me, like, hey, that's, you know, and I'm just like, and she says hello, and I said, is this a dream? And she kissed me on the lips, and I realized, no, it wasn't a dream. This was really her, and I miss my friend. And it's been such a beautiful thing. I mean, we had a beautiful friendship before. And I suppose, perhaps tonight, as of tonight, maybe we'll have a beautiful friendship again. I hope so. It was wonderful to see her again, and just to feel her presence and her joy. And I mean, this is not, again, this was a privilege. It was a privilege then, it's a privilege now. You know, to know such incredible people. I mean, she is one of the last of the originals. And probably, by far, probably one of the most talented, perhaps one of the most talented people I've ever met. I mean, I've met a lot of rock stars. I've met a lot of film stars. You name them, I've met them pretty much. Everybody but the late Ozzy. Rest in peace, Prince of Darkness. But you do what that woman does. I mean, years of admiration of Billie Holiday, I suppose that had a big hand in that. And she brought amazing talent, but not just talent, humanity, warmth, and dear. It is one thing, I mean, to love her music and to love, you know, what she did with Roz and what she did independently on her own. And tonight with Paul Roessler, which was, you know, it was kind of cool to see. I mean, you know, that man, you know, we really didn't talk about him. We didn't even meet him, actually. I really didn't have much to say. I mean, he met me like 30 years ago with my first wife. I mean, we were at a Renaissance fair, and he was married to Helen Keller at the time, who was a famous woman from the punk scene. They had twin sons, I recall. They were 14 years old at the time, and beautiful boys. I mean, they had this gorgeous waist-length long hair, and they wore pirate boots, and they looked so dashing, these young boys. They were so beautiful. I mean, they looked like these young, romantic pirate men, I suppose. I don't know. It was kind of cool. I don't know. And, you know, seeing that smile in those eyes again, almost unrecognizable after all these years, but once I was there, I'm in the moment. you know, I'm trying to fight back the tears because I miss my friend. And this was a very special friendship I had with her. And, you know, we had some special moments together, some fun moments. I mean, she reminded me of a moment I totally forgot her. She just brought up the car she drove in and driving me around and helping me get my hormones back in the day. I'm like, oh geez, I don't even remember that, but that, you know, then when she brought it up, it's like, oh fuck, that was kind of funny. You know? And even tonight, we had a little laugh there tonight. You know, my wife was just like blown away because, you know, it's like, wow, and it's like, I got to meet her too, and it's kind of cool and shit, you know. But later, before she took to the stage, you know, almost like, I don't know if it was intentional or what was the planning, or perhaps maybe the DJ thought it was fitting, or Ross was making his presence known, whichever the case may be. Yeah, I like to think maybe he had a little hand in it. Of course, he was playing this Glass House from Catastrophe Ballet, and yeah, it's a favorite song of my wife and I, and we start singing along, and we're bouncing along, and, you know, she tells like about arm's length away from me, and she turns around, and she sees, you know, people over going, yeah, dance Glass House, and she turns around and just, she started giggling, you know, watching them, you know, rocking out to that song right next to her. It's pretty hilarious. And oh, the look on her face was so priceless. I mean, it was pretty funny. Jeez. But, well, you know, again, it was a performance, and so, I mean, I hope you enjoyed the little clip that we inserted into this. And, you know, I gotta say in recap, I can begin to heal a wound, a very old wound. I can't heal all of my wounds. I carry some very deep ones from the 1990s, but this one was doable. And I'm so grateful to have both the honor and the privilege to be given that opportunity again. So I'd like to thank my new friend and kind of my on loan guitar player, Kill Joe, who helped make this happen, and my wife Tina. You know, Miss Deathdollie. Well, you know, I was feeling very sick all day. I was kind of dreading what would happen tonight. I was afraid of rejection. I was afraid that she might be angry with me, or I don't know. I just feared that there was no more magic between us. And, you know, to try to resurrect an old friendship might have been a futile endeavor, but it turns out she missed me just as much as I missed her. And it warmed my heart to know that. I mean, we were like girlfriends back in the day, and it was cool. It was just really cool. And again, I consider her a little gift from Ross in a certain way. And all this started because I'd given up hope a long time ago that we'd ever reunite. But ever since that calling Ross gave me back in May, calling me to come see him, and once again, Ross had something important to say to me. Pushing me to do music, pushing me to go further, and pushing me to reach out to Gitane. I know she's going through a little hardships right there. I mean, I did get to meet Rick Agnew tonight, and poor man, it breaks my heart to see him like that. So I kept it very short and sweet. I didn't want to take up too much of his time. It was just sad to see him the way he is right now, and think, you know, That's what Gitane has to deal with day to day. I have another friend in a very similar situation. Her husband became an invalid, and also because he was denied medications that could have prevented all this, and all because he got arrested for something really stupid, and because of that, the state, by denying him care, made him a cripple, and he still just cannot do anything without assistance. And poor Rick is in that same trajectory, but for different reasons. And it's heartbreaking, because you remember when these people were young, you remember the music they played, the shows you went to go see them play, and it's really hard. And but despite it all, Gitane had that smile for me, that warm embrace, and when she kissed me on the lips, it just so reminded me of that first time. Yeah, right after Roz had kissed me on the lips. Again, I consider myself blessed and so privileged to have been in the graces of such incredible people. They're not just incredible musicians, they were incredible human beings. And she still is, and I'm thankful. And Gitane, if you're watching, thank you so much. I missed you. I missed you dearly. And I look forward to our next encounter. It meant so much to me. It's been something, because all these years I just found that I could not talk about these people without encountering fans of Christian death, and fans have their own ideas. As I said to some people who didn't really like what I had to say, it's you love Ross because he was singing Christian death. You love Ross because you love his music. I love his music too, sure. But I love Ross because he loved me. And that doesn't invalidate anyone else's experience. He had a lot of lovers. He had a lot of friends. And he knew he had a lot of fans. He didn't let everybody get close to him, or meet everybody. I mean, how can you? I went through that with my first wife, singer 45 Grave. Sometimes that doesn't always quite work out so well when you let fans get too close, or people only around you because you sing in a band. I had my own little fame of my own, and people get a little weirder, and like Steve Bader once told me, we're just people, Always keep that in mind. People are human beings. They have their flaws. I have my flaws. Tamlin had his flaws. Roz had his flaws. Tracy. And I'm sure she's got one of her own, I know God knows my first wife also did, but that's besides the point. That's what it is to be human. When you're on this earth, do something beautiful. Make beautiful friendships. Make beautiful music. Make beautiful art. Do beautiful things. You don't have to sing in a band to do beautiful things, or be a talented artist. Bring people together. Make people laugh. Make people love. There's so much hurt going around, and There's people out there that perpetuate hate. And at some point, you realize it doesn't have to be that way, you know? I am counting my blessings tonight. I can begin to heal. Probably one of the deepest wounds from 1998. I had some hard ones. Losing my first marriage. Now, I'm kind of over that. My children, my first two daughters, Elsa and Erica. That really sucked, you know, and I don't know if I'll ever recover from that one. Losing Ross hurt tremendously. But losing Gitane, it just killed me because she was still alive. And it should have been so blatantly obvious what was going on, but you know, that's not here nor there now. That's the past now. The point is, she missed me just as much as I missed her, and we have a wonderful opportunity to be friends again, and I'm just thankful that the ice has been broken, and well, at least she's been watching my videos, it turns out, and I'm glad she watched my videos because everything I said about her is sincere and true. Again, not as a fan, but as a friend. And I mean, when you can only say they're so lucky to know such incredibly talented people. But even if she didn't have a band, even if she couldn't sing, she was just, you know, was one of those rare people that made, you know, walked into a room and had light with them and made people smile. Everyone should know somebody like that. Yeah, they don't necessarily have to be they don't have to be a rock star for that. I once had a relative that used to be able to do that. And it was wonderful until that light went out. So, you know, somebody like that, don't ever let their light go out. And if you are that person, don't ever let anybody turn that light out. Because once it's gone, and it's hard to resurrect. And for the rest of us, should be so lucky to know such wonderful people. I am so grateful to Ross Williams. Long ago made all this happen. And I suspect, knowing the prankster, jovial person that he is, and he had a big hand in tonight as well. And he knows how I feel about it. You know, I just can't put into words how I feel right now, but except a piece of me, I feel closer to being whole again. I mean, yeah, I'm still kind of broken. Been through a lot of shit. But a piece of me can now be at peace. I hope you can find your peace as well. This has been Eva Deathdollie. Please be good to each other. And again, if you have somebody like this in your life, treasure them. They are gifts. They truly are gifts. For me, Gitane was an unexpected gift. And again, and I am so ever grateful. Please take care, everyone. Love you all.